Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. So today is Friday, and we're going to call it Naughty Friday. I know I got a mess here, but yesterday I got an idea. So I went in the morning, to Safeway, and I got waffle and my bacon and my coffee, but we're going to build something here. We're going to build something. And I forgot to bring my margarine from the apartment, but I'm still eating over there, so no big deal. So you take your margarine. I'm going to build a mountain. You put it on your waffle. You don't want it dry, right? Because I really didn't squish up the strawberries. I just cut them and cut up a lot. Oh well. We'll eat them. And I think I got my fork, okay. This is their dishes. I'll get mine over here. Okay. So I got my strawberries. Try to put them on. It's not, they didn't have the big, I was lucky. They hardly had any stock, like I was saying yesterday. I was lucky. These are not the nice big square one, just a round, no name, waffle with buttermilk. And McDonald's syrup. They gave me 2 with my pancakes the other day. I said, I'll find something to do with it. So, that is so good. So you take the syrup and you put it on. I'm going to be so hyped. But I got a lot of shopping to do today. So I got that. I got my waffle and my margarine and I put sugar on. I probably didn't have to on the strawberries. Now, what we got? They didn't have that one. Oh well. I mean, supplies are down there. So, whipped cream. And I'm having this early in the morning, you know. I don't know if I need a slab. I'll find out later in the day. I'll be all hyped for probably an hour and then I'll just drop. But I can nap when I get home because we're not going or shopping until 2 because Ian's going to be on his lunch from 1 to 2, so 1:45 to 2. So when I get home, I'm going to throw my clothes in the laundry and I might nap after this. I got to put this in the fridge. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'll be able to nap an hour while my clothes is. Oh my word. Look at this. I feel like I'm 2 years old. And the bacon. So, Naughty Fridays. Went to Safeway. So I'm going to go look to see if they got that golden mushroom. Zoom in. Golden mushroom. So I picked up 2 cans. They're more expensive, way more expensive than the other cans, but so I'm going to make, I wonder how they make their Irish stew. Looks like it's just a beef roast with carrots, and they do have mushroom, but they got real mushroom. See, I used to put real mushroom too, but like the canned mushroom, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put 2 cans of this and 2 cans of cream of mushroom. Reason why, so I'm going to cook it at the house. I'm going to film it because it has to cook a couple hours, right? It's a stew at 350. So what I'm going to do Saturday, I'm going to make it, prepare it at the house and videotape it. And then I'll get Ian to come because he's off. He just got to be to work at 7 at night. So it'll be around same time, 5, 6, whatever. I'll get him to come over and carry it over for me. And I usually have, because when I'm at Walmart, I got to get the beef and I got to get my carrots and potatoes and that. Because I didn't want to buy a grocery order, right? But I usually have homemade rolls, but I'll just buy rolls at Walmart or whatever to dip it in, and oh, that's going to taste. Look, today's going to be a good, well, Saturday, today and tomorrow. I'll worry about supper later, because what I might do is we're going to Canadian Tire, get the microwave stand, and go to Walmart so I can get my groceries. We don't have to bring the stand, right? That's because I want to come back with the stand with Ian when he works tonight at 7 until 10. And I'll go drive home back with him back at the apartment at 10, see? Because I want to set it up. It's going to come in a box. Have it all set up. I'm getting there. I only got a few items. I don't have that much to get. Really. I just want to make it that I can do what I want. Like, I'm glad I got that electric frying pan. I can do my bacon. I can fry eggs. Well, I want to make home fries. They're just things you can't do with the microwave. Give you a microwave and a toaster. Anyway, I got my golden mushroom. There's no shout outs. No shout outs. Any questions? Let me see. Just try and think. I'm still labeling those days. I got them written down. I just got to type them in. I think I'll write them down and then I'll type them in because on a phone, I'll type them in. I'll wait until I'm home to do it. And then I got a keyboard. It won't take me no time. I gotta watch because that autocorrect and everything on the phone, and I'm best to do it on a laptop. And I got a real keyboard. A real cutie. Yeah. Now, where I did secretarial, admin, clerical, whatever you want to call it, for over 20 years, and I didn't mind doing it. I wouldn't mind going back to reception if it was a small little company and you don't have 10 or 15 bosses over your head wanting this done, wanting that done, and this got to be done now. And a small little company just answering the phone and typing up documents and filing and photocopying and everything, sending emails and maybe one or two over me. I wouldn't mind doing that. I just can't work under pressure anymore, right? Or a fast-paced environment, or so once I'm ready, so I make a heck of a lot more money, even though it's 5 days a week. More than I'm just making minimum wage. So yeah, I might look for that. It's a small little company that I can retire. Stay there for, if they ask me the question, what do you see yourself, where you see yourself in 10 years, I'll say, well, I'll be loyal to this company, because once you get old, it's so hard to get a job, right? They think I'm ready to retire tomorrow. I'd say I'll be loyal, hard worker for 10 years at this company. But in 10 years, I'm going to be retired. But those 10 years, you got me. Yeah. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see if I go on that vacation or not in September. I'm not sure. It's a lot of money. And I'd like to have where I'm going to be looking for a job and everything. I'd like to have at least 1 month rent in my savings. Where I'm going to be looking for work, and that's a lot of money spent. I could always, I get another job, I'm still going to have my 2-week vacation, so I'm using one I got there. If you work there where I'm at, less than 5 years, you got 10-day vacation a year. And if you're there 5 years or more, you get 15 days, like 3 weeks, right? So I got 10 days. Now I'm taking the 28th as a vacation day, because I want that off to move and everything. So that leaves me 9. I didn't take no vacation over Christmas. I didn't need to, because it landed perfect. It was on the weekend. But I'm thinking, instead of taking any vacation, or maybe just take 5-day vacation or 4-day vacation instead of 8 or 9. Just get that week off, maybe in July, not June. take just that. I'll have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. That'll give me 10 days off. And then take the rest of the money and put that aside, right? So, I don't know yet. Just one time. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't have my poop towel. It's at home. It's theirs. I can always wash it later. I'm not worried. But it'd be nice to go home. I don't know. We'll see. I like to have at least a month. Supposed to have, really, 3 months. That's what they said. Like what it costs you on bills, rent, and everything. You're supposed to have 3 months in your savings put aside, just in case anything ever happens, right? But who can do that? Maybe a month. But this is the new poop towel, people. I'll throw the other one out. I said, bro's birthday. You don't watch this. I washed the poop towel. Put it in a box. Put nice wrapping paper. A bow. Give it to him for his birthday. Wouldn't it kill me? And then put his real present underneath of it, right? That's my new one. Yeah, so yeah, I told you, we're gonna go, I'm gonna bring this stuff and we'll eat it over La Fonda. See, I never made it. Because even when I was with Jim, might have made it. But the kids didn't eat what we ate when they were young. When they got older. But I never made it because bro doesn't like mushrooms. See? So, anyhow, there's no picking these mushrooms out. Because the little mushrooms are in. But anyway, I just never bothered making it. But I did get the golden mushroom. Someone must be buying it because they were only 4 left, and I took 2. Yeah. Golden mushroom. And it's not cheap. It's gonna be upside down or backwards about. Anyhow, and there's the stew that's on it. See? But I don't put celery, whatever that green stuff is. But I do use, see, I gotta pick up beef stew. Beef, stew meat for beef though, not pork. You can use, I guess, because my ex-boyfriend's aunt, his mother's sister that came from Ontario, made it there. She said you could use beef or lamb, but I'm not gonna. And she did make lamb. She just used the beef. Yeah. So, but she traveled the world, so I don't know where she got the recipe from. And they were Irish. I don't know if I never thought I liked her, but we just never talked. Like, she married into money, so my ex-boyfriend's her sister, his mother, she was like, she didn't really care for her. She was two-faced, jealous. She'd been all over the world, and they got a big house in Ontario now. And every time she came down, she tried to act. His mother was so two-faced, eh? Anyway, and tried to keep us from talking. Like, she didn't like me, and I didn't like her. But one thing good about him, one thing I can say, but he said, I will not take parts between you and Mom. Because what she did to me, coming back home from Fredericton when me and him just met. His sister was driving, sister's girlfriend in the front. We went shopping, happy, nice day. I was in the middle. We were almost in the middle too. Thank God. So, I was in the middle in the back. She was there, and he was there, my boyfriend. We just started going out together. And she started on Mom, saying she's nothing but this, and nothing but that, and nothing but this. And so, I just, well, his sister said enough. That's her mother you're talking about. As soon as we got in that I knew that I could walk home, I told his sister to stop the car. I told him he could, I was done with him. I said, you can stay here with your family. I said, I'm going home. No. He walked with me. He said, that's when he said, you can, I won't go in between, or pick between you and Mom. Said, but if she ever tries that bullshit again, he said, you can say what you want. I was holding it back. So anyway, then I find out when his father was away, convention for the railroad or whatever, she slept with the guy down the street and had a kid, her youngest one. Found out that after, when she's talking about my mother. She might have ran around on her thing, but when she was with Dad, or she was with one person, she left them before she went on to someone else. So anyway, and his oldest brother, he got his wife now, or was, I think they're divorced, but anyway, pretty sure they're divorced, got her pregnant, and her parents kicked her out of the house. She had to go live with that witch. He'd be at work and she was in the room with the baby because they shared the room. Or she'd be out and whatever. She'd go in the room to change the baby. He'd come home. Say, where's so-and-so? She'd say, oh, she's in the room. She's been in there all day long. She came out and said, I just went in there to change the baby. I haven't been in the bedroom all day long. Anyway, I guess she slapped her across the face. He didn't do nothing about it. So, I remember one time, his sister his oldest sister, youngest sister. She was just like the mother. Anyways, she went out with this poor guy. He go walk. He don't have his driver's license. She say, "Are you coming up?" And she's older than him. And she act like a 10-year-old. He'd walk a long way to go see her. Go in the washroom when he come. The mother would pick up his jacket and smell underneath the arm and say, "Oh, he stinks." And he just walked. Anyway, then she go, "Oh, I decided I'm going to bingo. You can walk home. You can walk back home." Anyway. But she could say whatever she wanted to him. The mother. He couldn't say nothing. Nothing. Or there'd be a fight. But me, I could. So, how did it go? So my boyfriend, she had her car. He ended up on a bigger car. And sometimes we'd walk from his place to my place. If his sister was using the car or whatever. Wasn't that far. Summertime. So we walked. No, we drove the car from my place. The sister, well, the brother was going to go look for a vehicle. And it was in Chipman. We drove over to the mother because the father lived down the street, and the two daughters were still living at the mother. So we go in, and I mean, you can only fit 6 people in his vehicle, and 5 in the mother. Because theirs was smaller and didn't have the middle thing, right? Back then, no seat belts. I'm talking years ago. 4, we could fit 7 in his vehicle. 4 in the back and 3 in the front. It was an Oldsmobile like hers, but it was 10 years older. Hers was like a 82 and his was like a 72, so we're talking about a big, but Cutlass Supreme was hers and his was an Oldsmobile, a special edition, had everything. But anyhow, the brother, the wife, his sister. Okay, so the brother, his wife, his sister, her boyfriend, me and him, would have been okay. But his other sister wanted to come. And it was just going to be too many people. I don't like that. I get car sick, travel sickness, right? So I told him when we went outside, his mother was hanging up clothes. I said to him, I'm going to walk home. I said, there's too many people. And it's not like I never walked home from there before. And it's not like he didn't loan his vehicle out. His sister's a pretty good driver. Not the brother, but the oldest sister. She borrowed his car lots of times. So anyways, I said, because there's going to be too many people. And it was hot. It was summertime. And I just had a feeling that I'd probably get sick on the way. And he said, well, I'll just loan her the car. Because he really didn't have to go there for nothing. And they can all go and we'll walk over back to your house. Now, she heard that. So, we go back in. I told him, no, I said, no, you go and spend the day with your family. I don't mind. She heard that. She heard it. Oh, she was a witch. But nothing stopped me after what she did, and then I find out about So anyway, I knew about the youngest daughter at the time, right? Me and him driving up the road one time, and she's sneaking. He lived with his mother, but he had this empty house. She's sneaking across to meet him at night, or in the daytime, 12 o'clock. We know what was up with that, right? Anyway, she was getting money off of him. Anyhow, so I had no respect for this woman. Me and her didn't get along. But I knew I could say whatever I wanted to her when she acted up with her lies. So we go in, and I must have said to him about 5 times, you can go. And he said, no, we'll go to your house. Oh, God. What's that? I don't have no pepper. Anyway. So, he goes in, he says, in the entranceway of the kitchen, he said, me and her, we're not going to go because it's going to be too packed, and we're just going to walk to, and you guys can go. Because it's about, back then, what, half-hour drive? 25-minute drive one way. Anyway, they said, no, you guys come. And he said, no, he said, we're just going to walk back to her house. We could have stayed there, but nice day. In comes her. It's all her fault. She don't want to go, blah, blah, blah. And she's making him go with her. Oh, man. I lit up. And I told her she was nothing but a liar, and I called her all the B word. The sister's boyfriend in the background. So she couldn't see it because he can't say nothing. The brother's wife got a big smile on her face too because she slapped her across the face and she couldn't say nothing. I spoke up to it. One time, actually, we were all there, and she was watching her soap opera. She never cooked. They had to cook for themselves. Even her husband had to cook. All she did was sit on the couch all day with her hands down her pants. Anyway, I look out the window and say, I bet there's this one, and then gossiping. So my aunt, on Mom's side, got a little bit of mental. When her husband passed away, probably was less than a year, at least. And I'm at the kitchen, and she's on the couch, facing that way. And I'm at the stove. My boyfriend and his, I think it was just, not the brother, but the brother's girlfriend was there with the kids. His wife, they got married. I can't remember, I think. And I think he was there too. The sister, well, they were a bunch of people there, but not the father. I would never hurt the father. I would keep my mouth shut. The father wasn't there yet, so we had to hurry up and use the stew, or the stove, and I was making, not the stew, I was making spaghetti sauce or something for me, and anyways. Or I was stirring it, because the sister could make a real good spaghetti sauce. And I was just darn it, keeping an eye on it for her. I think she was pregnant. Anyway, she goes, and it was about 6 months when my aunt started seeing someone. They were married for like 30 some years. I mean, she was lonely, not used to not having anybody. She's there, sitting on her with her. Anyway, she goes, yeah, she couldn't even wait until her husband was cold in the grave before she started going out with someone. I said, well, at least she waited until he died. Because we seen her going across. That's what they... I spoke up to her. She shut up, everybody shut up, and I just kept on. That's what I did with that one. I spoke up to her. He never said nothing. He told me to. He said, I won't take no sides. He said, but if she starts with you, especially when he found out that she was, and everything he said about Mom. Yeah. Anyhow, that's what I did with that woman. But after we separated, started going out with that girl there. She got money and moved up. His mother always thought she was better than everyone else because I was brought up on welfare. Well, she never worked. It was her husband had a good job. That's the only reason why she had money. And plus she was sleeping with Ding Dong to get more money for her other kid. Anyway, she thought she was better than me. Guess what happened? He ended up moving to Fredericton with her family, bought them land, bought them a house, bought them this. They had kids. She didn't want to go into Minto to visit the mother because she was better than the mother. So she never seen her grandkids hardly. The twins, the girls. They had money, and she was better. Karma. So, she's talking to my aunt. My other aunt, not the one. Years later, many years later, she said, you know what? She said, I gave her a hard time. Me. She said, but one thing I know, if they would have stayed together now, she was the one who was pushing him towards that girl. She said, I know very well, if they would have got married and stayed together, one thing I knew I wouldn't do is keep her from seeing her grandkids. Karma. I wouldn't even know she was no bad lax, but just as long as she didn't say anything against about me to them, you know, which she knew better because I would have told her, right? But I think he would have stepped in too. But other than that, because the other grandkids, she never bad mouth. So, but she was just a bad lax. But karma got her. She stayed there. She hardly seen him. It was the youngest girl, the favorite, and then he was next, and then the other girl, and then the oldest boy. But yeah, karma. So today is a big day for me. I want to get the microwave and get this and that and whatever. And probably get one of them burners with a frying pan. Not worried about frying pan where I got that, but I got pots. It's just so that I can boil an egg or macaroni, or if you gotta boil something, you know. That's all I'm gonna use that for, because that electric frying pan, I love it. And yeah, and the convention oven, well, I'll get to that little by little, little by little. Yeah. So it's time to go out for a cigarette, and I'm catching a bus over there today with my clothes, my dirty clothes. Spend the weekend there. Only doing that until the end of the month, right? Someone asked why I'm staying here. LaPonda and Ian's been driving me all winter, so this gives them a break, you know. They don't mind. It's just I don't. 10 o'clock in the middle of the, you know what I mean? Like coming to pick me up is, I'm not their responsibility. Like, anyhow, and I want to get used to the place here, and I like being alone. That apartment's so big. It just too big. I like it nice and small. Everything is. This is perfect. Perfect. So anyhow, I got a new poop towel. Won't take me long to stain that up, right? Oh yeah, nice and soft. I can deal with that. I got this outfit at Tiger yesterday. Wasn't too expensive, and I slept in it, and I'm gonna wear it. It wasn't in the PJ aisle, so it's not really PJs, but I slept in it. Anyhow, so yeah, I better get ready. So, the pants too. Got the pants, and so we're gonna say it, aren't we? Cigarette time!